Welcome back to my channel, sports fans. Okay, let's get into this one right here. Accolades as an NBA champion, right? What were the accolades that LeBron and Michael Jordan received, accomplished while winning an NBA title, right? Wow. They won't tell you about this, will they? They will not tell you about this. And like Dreamers Pro likes to say, the more you dig into Michael Jordan's career, the freakier it gets, right? The freakier it gets. This is just insane. They tell you all this. We'll get into it in a minute, but they tell you all this stuff about LeBron James going to 8 straight finals, going to 10 finals, 27, 7, and 7. And like I always said, what did your 27, 7, and 7, what did it get you? What accolades? Block titles, steals titles, rebound titles, scoring titles, assist titles, and how many? If your 27, 7, and 7 was so important and so great, where's your statistical titles? I mean, what they will tell you and continue to tell you that the eras in the past was weak, but the 2000s guys, their heroes were the 90s guys. LeBron's hero and GOAT was Michael Jordan. Okay? And if the era was so weak, the league was so weak in the 80s and 90s, how come Michael Jordan didn't win in the 80s? That's what you guys will say. The LeBron fans say, right? Jordan couldn't win in the 80s. Well, what does that mean? That means the league was that great, right? If Jordan couldn't win in the 80s, you couldn't just win with one Hall of Fame teammate. I'll do a whole video on that, but like I said, by the time Michael Jordan even came, to them, Michael Jordan was supposed to come. Well, to them, Michael Jordan had already came into the NBA as like 1990 Jordan, right? 91 Jordan or 88 Jordan. That's what they think. They think Michael Jordan can't go through his rookie year. They think his rookie year was already his prime. You see how they do Michael Jordan? He can't go through the fire. He has to come in and start winning. That's how the LeBron fans approach Michael Jordan. Well, how come he didn't win when he came in? Win what? Either you won the championship or you didn't. There's no participation trophies. Why did LeBron sit on the bench or sit at home the first 2 years of the playoffs in a weak East? The weakest East ever. I think it was weaker than the 210s, to be quite frank. And the 210s was pretty weak in the East. Well, I guess I wouldn't say. Either way, like sports and fitness rants like to say, what are these guys standing on today? If those eras were weak back in the day, this NBA would be over. And why are you comparing these guys today or in the 210s to 80s and 90s guys? Why? No comparison to the early 2000s, right? What happened to those guys? I'm just saying, if the league was so weak back then, why does Magic Johnson and Kareem, they're top 5, and they were on the same team? And then you got what? It depends on how you look at it. Most people got Russell in there. Most people got Wilt up in there, Jordan, and LeBron. So how come LeBron, that came out the 210s, well, his prime was in the 210s, how come he's the only one in there? If the 210s, his prime years, was so great, where's all the 210 guys? Duncan came out of the 90s. Kobe's came out of the 90s. The late 90s. So let's get into this because we can talk about that all day. Let's see the accolades that both LeBron and Jordan won, right? When they won championships. Let's go to LeBron because this will go really fast. In 2012, when LeBron won the NBA championship, he won MVP, first team defense, All-Star, All NBA first team, and Finals MVP. And if I didn't say first team defense, that's what he won too. 2013 when he won the championship, MVP, first team defense, All-Star, All NBA first team, Finals MVP. 2016, right? All-Star, All NBA first team, Finals MVP. 2020, All-Star, All NBA first team, Finals MVP, and he won a sixth title. I mean that don't look too bad for the LeBron era, right? Pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty good. Well, this is the bar that LeBron set, right? This is his bar that he set for the up and coming people. Let's see the bar that Jordan set for the up and coming people that was coming after him. 91 MVP, first team defense, All-Star, All NBA first team, Finals MVP, and scoring title. Right? 1992 when he won the second championship. MVP, first team defense, All-Star, All NBA first team, Finals MVP, scoring champ. 1993, the three-peat, first team defense, steals title, All NBA first team, All-Star, Finals MVP, and scoring champ. 96, we all know this year, MVP, first team defense, All-Star, All NBA first team, All-Star MVP, Finals MVP, scoring champ. 1997, second championship in a row, first team defense, All NBA first team, All-Star, Finals MVP, and scoring champ. 1998, the second three-peat, MVP, first team defense, All NBA first, All-Star, Finals MVP, All-Star MVP, and scoring champ. I think Micheal Jordan knew in 98, at the beginning of 98, that was going to be his last season with the Bulls. So he had to make this one spectacular, right? He had to make this one spectacular. So that's the bar that Micheal Jordan set and left. And that's not even the entire bar. These are just these are just when he won his NBA championships. This ain't his entire career. There's guys that don't even have a career like this. Guys in the top 75. Guys in the Hall of Fame. There's guys that'll never have a career like this. I mean, we can look at this, and this is better than LeBron's career. It's better than LeBron's career. But let's think about it. First, when you put all this together, we're talking about the 6 championships. We're talking about the 6 finals MVPs. We're talking about all these years, 6 times on defensive first team to LeBron's 5 times in his career on defensive first team. Let's see. 6 scoring titles to LeBron's 1 in his entire career. A steals title. So yeah, I mean, this 6-year resume is better than LeBron's career. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? And you can count the 4 MVPs, regular season MVPs. I know LeBron has 4, but I'm just saying this is 4 right here. So this resume alone is better than LeBron's entire career. Even better than Wilt. I mean, Wilt would have more competition because would be more competition than Michael Jordan because Wilt would have those 11 rebound titles, and he would have the 7 scoring titles, the 1 assist title, but only 2 championships. But at least it would be, as far as like on the court play, as a basketball player, it will be closer, right? It will be closer. I don't know what if Wilt won MVPs in the years he won the championship. I think only one, right? And this is why I put Wilt number 2. Has nothing to do with championships. All his rebound records, all his scoring records, his 7 scoring titles, his 11 rebound titles, 1 assist title, 4 MVPs, and you're telling me you want me to put this dude LeBron in front of Wilt? Are you crazy? Bro, we're talking about as a basketball player. As a basketball player. We're not talking about some media hype and spinning this. Went to the finals 8 times because he had to go join super teams and couldn't build his own crew up. Very respectable. You do it at the end of your career. Nothing's wrong with that. Dude was still young. What, like 25 or something? So, no way. Talking about as a basketball. You guys don't understand between... There's a difference between on TV, somebody telling a narrative and a storyline versus a real basketball player. On the court play. Right? That's what I was talking about. When you talk about LeBron's 27-7, what does that get you? Where's your statistical titles? And if you're always at 27-7, how are you going to raise the bar in the finals, in the playoffs, to be able to score 35, to be able to score 40? Because you got to remember, this guy didn't even score 30 points per game in the finals until his 6th finals. What about your shooting? You can't shoot. You can't shoot the mid-range. You suck at 3. 99% of your career, you sucked at 3. You're not that clutch guy in the finals. You don't have a post game. All you can do is barrel down the lane. So what happens is in the clutch, when you got to take a clutch shot in the most clutchest time in the finals, you're nowhere to be found. I got a video coming out on that. I don't know where this came from, but it's got all his finals. No, 7 NBA finals where he disappeared in all these fourth quarters. I'm like, what? I couldn't even believe it. 7 of them. And he lost 6 of them. 6 finals blowouts. Blowouts. Blown off the floor. You didn't even see a game 7. Ain't even like they came down to the wire in the game 6 neither. Right? It was like do or die. LeBron has to take this last shot to win the final. Something like that. So this is the bar that Michael Jordan set. Even if we talk about overall NBA accolades, the most accolades of all time, Michael Jordan still wins. He's got more. And I think Kareem is number 2. See, LeBron, he can't win in that category. All he can do is keep, hoping he can get more NBA accolades by dumb stuff. In-season tournament. In-season tournament MVP. You believe that? That in that championship game, Anthony Davis cleared LeBron in points, rebounds, assists, blocks. I think LeBron had more steals. Anthony Davis had less turnovers, a better field goal percentage. And LeBron got the MVP? That's what I'm trying to tell you, bro. It's all rigged. And Anthony Davis, what? You ain't going to say nothing about this? These dudes, there's something wrong with them. You take Anthony Davis off that team is done. LeBron can't carry him because LeBron don't play any defense. LeBron should be averaging 2 blocks a game. He averages .8 blocks a game like Michael Jordan for his career. I think it might be less than that. I forget which one it is. I don't know if it's in the finals or in the regular season, but he don't average more blocks than Jordan. He's 6'9". This guy is the biggest guy on the court, size-wise or weight-wise, but don't even average a block a game? What? That would be like Gary Payton never averaging a steal a game. Or Michael Jordan. Or Pippen. This guy don't even average a block a 6'9", not 6'8", not 6'7", not 6'5", 6'9". That don't even make any sense. Him and AD should be shutting the league down. This dude is huge. And that's why he's got all these finals losses, because he's too busy trying to be this fake Magic Johnson. Bro, we don't need you to get your 7 assists. We can get a guard or a point guard to do that. We need you to score and play defense. Score and play. Work on your jump shot so you can score and play defense. No way. This guy would have been out the league in the 80s and 90s. Barreling through the lane for 20 years, this guy would have been on his butt a long time ago. There's no way you could have did that back in the 80s and 90s. You would be physically hurt. Your coach would be like, dude, what are you doing? Your career is only going to be about a couple years. Now, if you could find some way to drive and be above the rim, yes. You probably could do that like maybe half of your career. Like a Michael Jordan, Dominique Wilkins, Kobe Bryant. But by the time half of your career comes from playing in the 80s and 90s, now you got to turn into a jump shooter. Your bones are not the same. You can keep tacking on muscle and be strong, but your bones will never be the same as they was. I'm not trying to say they're going to be weak, but they're not going to never be the way they were when you first came in the league. It's impossible. Happened to Kobe too. Kobe had to become a great jump shooter. But no, man, look, this ain't even close, man. No, this is a whole career right here. Like I said, this ain't all his steals titles, all his scoring titles, all his not all his MVPs, not all of Jordan's All-Star appearance, his All-NBAs, his defensive teams. How do you challenge this? What player could challenge this in a 6-year span? And in that in a 6-year span of winning the championship. But we also know Jordan only lost one playoff series when he had an all-star teammate. And in a 7-year span, he only lost one playoff game. He only lost one time in the playoffs. So when people say, oh, man, that don't mean nothing, are you always trying to narrow it down to this? Well, tell me the other people who did that. Who else did that? Don't tell me he had all this help in 96, 97, 98. No, we already go look at Pippen's numbers. This guy was of no help in 97, 98. Where's the points that Dennis Rodman was putting up? Where's the all-star teammates? One. In 96, 7, Pippen didn't make the all-star team. That dude was done. It was the will of Michael Jordan. You guys don't understand that. These guys were playing like this because it was a bar set by Kareem, Magic, Will, Russell, all Dr. J, all these guys that came before Michael Jordan. He had to pass them. He couldn't just put up a stat line and say, yeah, man, look at my stat line. What? Tell me what you think, man.